I'd like to solicit your support for the Democrat running for the County Commission in District 5. I'd like to. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have one. Now, I take some responsibility for that because, as many of you are aware, I had planned to run for that seat. But when it came to a question of, it would be silly to have two people named Quarterman running for the same commission, I did not, and we couldn't seem to round up a Democrat. Now, this leads to an interesting situation that, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, there's no runoff for the Democrats from the primary, right? There is a runoff for the Republicans for District 5 in the County Commission. And whoever wins that runoff will be the County Commissioner for District 5. So the two candidates are John Page and Jody Hall. Now, I like John Page a lot. He's a fine fellow. And everybody probably knows Jody Hall. And personally, I'm for Jody Hall. And I'll give you a couple of brief reasons. The biggest one to me is he does not agree with paving every road in the county. He does not think that we need to pave over every acre of the county for sprawl. Your reasons may be different, but what I'm going to suggest, and this may seem a little strange since this is a Democratic Party meeting, but that primary, anyone can go vote in it.
That's not true. That's not fully true. If you voted in the Republican primary, you can vote in it. Or if you didn't vote in the primary, you can vote in it.
All right. Well, if you know anybody who meets those qualifications and who is interested in deciding who's going to be the county commissioner for District 5, there is that runoff still coming up. Just one other thing, which is about the charter schools. I recently discovered two interesting things about that. The charter school amendment, if it passes, would end up with more money per student being given to charter schools than to public schools. Now, as the son of a public school teacher and grandson of a public school teacher and so forth, I don't think that's a good idea. The other thing I discovered is that ALEC, the American Legislative Exchange, the same organization that brought us private prisons and HB 87, the alleged anti-immigrant law, which makes more crimes to put people in private prisons. I could go on about the nifty things ALEC has done that I don't think are good for the state. ALEC is pushing charter schools in Georgia, and particularly pushing the idea of having Atlanta decide where its charter schools are going to be, and that's what that referendum is about. So if you didn't have a reason to vote against it, there's two more good reasons. Details are on the Lake blog, Lowndes Area Knowledge Exchange. Just look under education. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes?
Jody and what's that other fellow's name?
John Page.
Are they both two-partiers?
No. Jody Hall is not. John Page, I really couldn't say. I don't know him that well. Jody Hall is definitely not a Tea Partier. Okay. Why do you think that?
Because he sits on the Tea Party committee.
Does he?
We're a Colorado prison ministry together, and he talks about the Tea Party at every Tea Party event, every Tea Party rally they have. So
Well, there's a lot of people that go.
I'm just saying you just said, I'm just correct out whatever reason. He is a Tea Party. I don't want you to mislead anyone. He is a Tea Party.
Well, I don't want to drag out this discussion, but the nature of the local Republican Party, it's hard to make the distinction. But on several occasions, including today, Jody was arguing against the Tea Party when I was talking to him.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yep.